Hello people, it's that time. It's that time again. Alrighty then. So, welcome along everyone to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good on this Tuesday evening. So this is my finished product of the upcoming league race. Obviously, what's happening for tonight is that I'm going to be throwing down another chilled lobby. So you can bring any tune row car you want. You can bring any race car you want. But by any means, we don't allow VGT cars, Red Bull X models. We don't allow Tomahawks in the lobby. So if I see any of them, it's either to change the car or just get kicked. Simple as that. So I hope everyone's doing good. So let's get the lobby open, shall we? And that I will put in the room ID in the process. So we'll just done like little bits and bats of the livery, and then as it turns out, the grey real car paint on the grey Honda with a monster livery, it's like, well, do you know what? It's a pretty good livery in my opinion, with the grey over the black. As most of the liveries I've been doing, especially the monster ones, are all black and green. So to have the grey on there, as it turned out, it's a nice addition to have for sure, which I'll be looking to adapt to with that concept. So we're not going to be in the go-kart straight away. Don't you worry, people. We're going to be off to somewhere, and we're going to go off to... where shall we head off to? Shall we head off to Japan for a bit? And then we'll go to some other bits and bats. We shall go to Tokyo Expressway, if I can find it. So you have the east clockwise, you have the south clockwise. Other than that, that's we'll just go whichever really. So it is set to afternoon as well, ×3. So everything should be okay as it should. Other than that, we'll save the settings so then I don't forget. And that, the lobby is now open at 6:30 in the UK. And I'll put in the room ID for anybody who wants to join in that method, and pin it on the YouTube chat. So there is the room ID. So that I'm gonna go with the Honda, the touring car, just to get a bit more time spent under the belt. So you could use any car you want for those who are just joining in. Any car you want except Tomahawk, Red Bull X models, VGT, because we don't allow them. Okay. So we've got Suko in. Welcome along, Suko. Pleasure to meet you. And we've got somebody else in there. We've got Bison. Nice to meet you, Bison. So we'll just go with that. Obviously I had to make some tweaks to the setup, so I'm not really sure what for what specific setup to have on that particular car. So therefore I'll just go with what I feel more comfortable with, if you know what I mean. So we've got Quad, we've got Mario. It's me, Mario. Welcome along, buddy. Gecko is in. Welcome along. And welcome along, Mario. Nice to meet you. So we've got Frank in. Almost into the wall there. Welcome along, Suko. In his BMW M3 E30. I love that car. Taking me back to memory lane where my parents used to own that 3 Series at that point. Obviously, one with the 3-door coupe and then the other a 5-door estate. Just imagine how much these are worth and how rare they are to find, as they are very rare to come across on the market these days. So there's Mario in the Ferrari. Don't mind me, I'm just going close to 150 mile an hour, screaming that VTEC engine out. I'm gonna do a practice start somewhere safe and then see how it goes. So if I flick it to second from a standing start, Baba just going sideways and spinning around on the straight, as you do. I didn't ask for a bump drive, but I appreciate it. Oh, sorry, mate. Frank in the Mercedes, you go ahead, mate. Are you alright, mate? I didn't touch you. I know you're there, mate. I can see you on my radar. And this is as fast as I can go with a moment from fitting a racing gearbox on. With that base gear ratio. I'm going to bring out something funny, and I'm going to bring out the Twingo, the almighty Renault Twingo, if I can find one. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. There it is. There's the almighty Twingo, look. And that's as far as you can go. I might not even tune it up to the max, well, as far as I'm concerned, but this is just so funny, that. Welcome along, Shadow. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. So it does have 5th gear. And it grips well. Almost squeezed me into the wall there. So this is the car that broke through the internet recently, embracing the motorsport moments, whether it's in the world of Formula 1, the GT racing and so on. It's just the old school Twingo is a one-of-a-kind motor that can embrace all of the great moments that we're all witnessing together. Oh, through goes Daddy C in the Twingo. Look at that, around the outside of the Merc, I'm literally schoolboying Frank. It grips. No problem, Shadow. Yeah, what a move indeed, Shadow. Around the outside of the Mercedes GT3, what is happening? I know it's going to be last of the rigs. 50-meter bomb. Doing a switcheroo. But the Twingo refuses to give up. And Frank just suffered a skill issue out of the hairpin. I'm doing 86, 87, 88, 89, 19, 91, 92, 93. Can we get to 100? That's the question. Come on. Come on. You can do it, Twingo. 96, 95. We're just up the hill now. And the Frags not hanging around as well. They thought, see you later, mate. Just losing speed going up the hill. Whoa. So that's a lap around the Twingo. So funny, that one. So let's get a Ferrari out. Let's get performance points. Don't want a VG. No, we're not going to do that crap. So we've got a LaFerrari F40. Get the F40 out. Or maybe a different Ferrari. And then tune it to my liking. Do I see any? Nope. They're all in road cars. That's okay. Just wanted to check. This feels stable. And this feels good. After changing the suspension geometry. The Mercedes. Yeah, it's a good choice of car to have the, especially when you have it for the sprint. So all you need really is just a livery, whichever livery you like, and then you're good. So if you were planning on the Monster one, for instance, therefore that you can please yourself to search under Monster Racing on the GT Showcase, and you'll see I've put up a load of Monster liveries on the racing cars there. And some of the road car ones, they're all editable. Free to download. Well, it's depends which one you come across, really. Each to their own. Going 223, 24, 25, 6. Just short of the 230. A couple of miles short of. Welcome along, LFC Ben. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not too bad, thank you. I hope you're well. So, for those who are keen to know how long I'm going to be on for, I'm going to be on till approximately 8:30 this time, because I've got to crack on with whatever we needed to do. And speaking of which, for what's to go for the next couple of weeks, also, especially when you have England playing in the World Cup and Scotland, which of course I do have some I know who are from Scotland to bear in mind on the schedules for when it's best to live stream and so on. So therefore that anybody like myself can take the chance to go and enjoy the football, depending how long they can stay there. So but yeah, just 2 days away from the World Cup. Cannot wait. I think it might be tomorrow, but I could be wrong. I can have a look, actually. I'll not be... Well, mind you, that there's a league race that's happening tomorrow. The Honda Civic Touring Car Championship. But friendlies are just like... Well, it's just warm-up big games, basically. So it's just... no need to pay much attention to them unless you're keen to know who scored and how they're playing and if there's any players that are injured or so. But I'll have a look at their schedules. So we just got Shadow, who has just joined in. And it's good to see you as well, pal. So, England... fixtures... so it's another friendly match tomorrow. And tomorrow we're playing against Costa Rica for the final friendly match, which is just a week away from the first group stage match, which is on Wednesday, the 17th of June. Obviously, kickoff's at 9 o'clock. As for tomorrow's friendly match as well, the kickoff is at 9 o'clock as well. So that's what's happening. So if there's any Scottish friends who may be watching at the background, obviously it's on the Sunday, 14th of June, and that's 2 o'clock in the morning against Haiti, and their first World Cup match takes place. Oh, mind you, that's actually the first World Cup match for Scotland, the Saturday one, and so Saturday night running up to Sunday morning. So it's on the Sunday morning at 2 o'clock for Scotland. So it's good to see LFC Ben as well. And then as for next week as well, obviously Scotland play against Morocco on Friday 19th of June, and that's at 11 o'clock UK time. And then they've got Brazil for the last one as well, so Brazil's going to be a hard one. So yeah, I gotta say that well, there's no issue. So excuse me, Frank, excuse me. No VGT as well. No VGT. So no VGTs, no Tomahawks, no Red Bull X models for this one, please. Okay. So just be sure you use any sort of race car or any. There we go. That's much better. So I'll not kick you for that one. So for anybody that doesn't listen, obviously the price will be paid. So but yeah, it should be finished. It should be finished after the just in time for the football match after the Civics. Obviously, the friendly one, I've not much of an issue. But as for the the Wednesday, well, obviously, if there may be some players that have the right to make an excuse of it or to miss a league race or so on, if they want to go out, for instance, yeah, might have to postpone that one. But I'm not the one that's forcing into these things. But it's just something to give them the host a heads up. Do you know what I mean? And then we'll just go from there. So let's bring out a Nismo GTR R35 with a Bugatti Chiron engine in. And you watch that crazy beast rip up the tarmac. It just didn't want to brake here properly. With that much weight and force and the amount of pressure. Causing trouble again there, Frank. Lost synchronization. Our backup are running. I felt like some sort of glitch here that's just happened, so... But we're all good. Here we go. Foot flat to the floor now. Come on. Come on, you beast. $280, $290, 300 plus mile an hour on this bad boy with a Chiron engine in the Nismo. Sorry, mate. Oh, my apologies, pal. Did not see you there. Just being mindful of that yellow electric car. Well, what other choice could we do? Could we have made? Come on, brakes! Brake! Brake! And then we do same again. Power out to the airpin. Give Ben a nudge then. Because this car could do 300 plus mile an hour with a Bugatti Chiron engine in. And go 300 mile an hour together. Oh, he's flying, he's flying! Oh, oh no! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! Oh, forgive me! Forgive me! I'm just trying to give you a nudge and then all of a sudden you just went out of control. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. Michael, you know this is not right. I think what happened there is that the car lifts up over the bump, and all of a sudden a complete change of direction is led into an effect of losing control of the car. I'll try not to give you a nudge on this one there, Ben, because I just want to see like if you can gain some speed with that pure slip. Let's go. I'm going 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 310 mile an hour. Bam! In the wall. That is some warp speed, that. How fast did you go on that straight, Ben, by the way? Yeah, so you could potentially go up to like 290 or maybe 300 if you can get the gear ratio long enough. Just need to do a long way around. Yeah. We'll see if we can get a race or something. So we'll meet up at the airpin. And there's Frank going in the opposite direction. And Frank has left. I didn't kick him, by the way. He left on his own accord. So I think it's a wise decision he's done there. If more trouble was to be caused. Whew. A Z-Tune Nissan. I am tempted to get out. No worries, Frank. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for taking part in my open lobby. I'll catch you around, and look after yourself. You do right. You do right. You heard that. You heard that. Well, I don't want to take it personal. Don't take it personal, mate, because it's just one of those things in it that where you just have to spare a moment to calm down. Do you know what I mean? So. some. I know there's one or two that's obviously in planes and so on. That obviously there's. I'm big into vehicles myself, in all honesty. So mostly with cars and then some bikes. Obviously with planes, obviously it obviously takes some requirement, don't it? You know, to fly a plane and so on. Obviously, I remember when I was a kid being in a helicopter at one point. Just looking at what's happening in there on phone, and then I'll get back to the comments. So we'll meet up at this this lane for those who want to join me, and then we'll just do a little drag race. Thank you, Frank, and best wishes to you. I don't know which country that you're going to be following, but we'll do everything we can to get further up to the tournament as possible. So best wishes to you. So I'll just put at 50. We'll just go 50. So we could do a pre-start. Yeah, tell me about it. Did Shadow have anti-stall kicking in or something? Well, there's a few of us with the British flags that are from England, so we'll do everything we can to keep on our feet, whatever the weather, and then so first things first, see what we can do with the group stages, and then we'll just go from there in the knockout stages. Thank you for the sub, Frank. Appreciate it. So what you'll have is a couple of people who I know, especially this one, for instance, who are clean and respectful racers. So for those who don't know, I do open lobbies, even if it's the serious racing from Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, sometimes row car, chilled lobbies. I do some league racing adventures, whether it's the Gran Turismo World Series content as well as that. And other than that, sometimes put daily races. And speaking of daily races, that are putting in a wicked time at Interlagos, and somehow that I'm 7 times behind the number one time, and obviously 5 times away from one of the one of the familiar South American racer who I know pretty well, who's like wicked. So and you know what? We were all in it. I was in the Audi, and then those who set the times were in the Audi. So surprised myself to get closer to the to those who've been involved in the World Tour. So it's all good, mate. Room refresh. Anyone? See if we get a few more players in, and then we'll go somewhere else then. No problem. So, gonna refresh the room, and feel free to follow. Okay, so that way, I'm gonna close the lobby and then make a new one, and then I'll put the room ID in as well. So we're gonna go off to, not to Tokyo Expressway. So where should we go? I think we should go to... I was thinking Kyoto for a moment. Or somewhere at a racetrack, of like a proper racetrack. We'll get to Mount Panorama and look at the beautiful scenery at the mountains. So we may as well just try that then. So the room ID is put in the chat. So there's the new room ID for those who want to join in that method. So what should we bring out in? Might give the Civic a run there, because I think what I've got, Caesar, you're here as well, Shadow. Think that's the correct parts for the League Racer, because I did see in the chat that well, with the with the specific bits and bats. Obviously with racing, if I add racing, then therefore that it would increase the horsepower, and then drill discs and increase rigidity. So other than that, I think that's very much sorted with the fully customizable suspension, ECU, gearbox. Still at 247 bhp. Okay, cool. So let's head out to the track and go from there. So probably I could get a better idea when the host is obviously keen to, well, publish out a specific setup example. I have not got the brake balancer on, so therefore that I can't use it. So there's a bit of sparring going off there. Getting ourselves ready for tomorrow. Oh, too much understeer on that. And there's Kenny the kangaroo hopping along further down the field. GS is in, welcome along. Copy 8 on in the lobby. Currently purple in this sector. Welcome along, Portal. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. Check him out on YouTube, people. For those who don't know, he creates liveries as well as doing some open lobbies between Group 1 to Group 4, and does some league racing bits and pieces. He's over at the American continent. Welcome along, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Too much understeer, even in that corner. It's always that corner I get it right, I get it wrong sometimes. So we'll just spare a moment to say hello to a couple of people that I'm yet to go and say hello. Sorry if I missed anybody out. Good to hear, good to hear. It happens to all of us sometimes. Obviously, it's nice to to spare a moment for when you get a chance to go and say hello on the go, or even if you stick around for as long as you possibly can. Then you know it's always appreciated, no matter what you're on with, and so it is greatly appreciated for when somebody comes in and spares a moment to say hi, and then cracks on with whatever they needed to do, which is totally understandable. And like many of us, we all have our own lives. So there, as you can see, I'm just getting some more miles on the belt with the Honda. Welcome along, Lead Pencil. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. Another streamer too, so go and check Lead Pencil out on YouTube, people. He does daily races and some coaching from the American continent. For those who like to go and look at his content. I had to go for it. Bit of a Star Wars theme going off there. I could just listen to that noisy Honda VTEC touring car engine all day long if I have to get some therapy down. From a naturally aspirated engine. Bloody hell, there's a car! Each to their own. Each to their own. Oh look, there's Kenny hopping along. Go on, Kenny! Hopping along there to grab a can of Foster's, I would imagine. I can't hear you because this car is too noisy. 3 attempts away from Shadow, so I was just gonna say that I was literally having a crack at the online time trial, especially one of this week's daily races at Interlagos, for instance, and then obviously, so when I've gone with the Audi, which is the car to use for that one, and it's just a case of whether some people are brave enough to use it as a race car or just as a qualifying car. But the Audi, obviously, I was more glued with it to Yas Marina from last week and all. So that way, that and when I found myself being 7 tenths away from the top time, well, just over 6 tenths behind the quickest time, and I'm like, oh, I'll take that. No worries, Ben. So, and obviously the first person on my friends list who pops up on the top of the timesheets is Bella. And Bella's just like wicked. She's just on another planet, isn't she? Bless. So, so as I was like in a world of my own, just like walking it, and obviously when you have a familiar race, and when you have somebody familiar in the lobby, well, may as well just start dancing then. Let's dance. Come at me. But I'm not fussed at where I finish it, well, to tell you the truth, because it's all for good fun at the end of the day. So I might as well just keep asking how many aliens has she seen, especially the green ones. Oh, crap. Yeah, in a daily race, as long as you finish in the top 5, where the chances of getting the increase in DR is a positive. So therefore, that anywhere in the, yep. So just a quick glance, comrades. But let's come out of there and see what you have. If you're still in that kit. Is still in that car, which you are. Yeah, it's just a simple blue livery. Obviously, all it needs really is just many decals on the car, whatever decals you can think of, and it will just look good. Is that like a temporary, obviously just like a game blue on the wheels and the bonnet? So Shadow's in the Porsche with the premium livery. And there's Void Sector in the Peugeot. Nico in the Suzuki Grand Vitara. The Pikes Peak car. So, in case you're wondering, Ben, obviously this is well, if I go into car settings, so you would need fully customizable suspension, ECU, fully customizable racing suspension, racing brakes and pads, drill discs, obviously, increase the rigidity, of racing the clutch flywheel. So that's very much all you need as far as I'm concerned. As for the bodywork, you see the bodywork here. I think this is a Type B or something, and then same with the rear wing as well, in case you're wondering. So therefore, that you should be able to shave some time off and all. So we've got Ronaldo in. Good to see you, Ronaldo. Hope you're doing good. Simple and effective is the one. Markika boss is in the lobby, so welcome along. So Ben's gone to get some parts from the part shop to get the bits and bats, because I've not even seen much of Wall until I saw somebody putting the question of what are we required to have for this upcoming league race. So obviously I might as well just have a quick peep and see what's what. So so somebody says that the car's ready to give it some VTEC full send. And obviously, as for the horse's car, obviously, the car currently, and I've seen the gif of somebody trying to do something to the engine, and the engine just like falls as well as the front bumper. But to be honest, looking at the livery that I've come up with, especially the grey colour from the real car paint, I must admit that I'm pleased with the finished product. So we'll just take it out once more, and then I could go into something else. Although I may be a bit ghosted, so but you can see where I'm coming from. Well, mind you. There it is. Cobret is in the Formula car, which is making me want to get in the Formula car again. Yeah, that's the little simple things you want in it. But the thing is, really, it's the one thing that where some people do tend to struggle, and some that don't tend to struggle, and that is the setup. But even when you have one specific part you can change, which is the downforce, you have the freedom to do what you want with it. So therefore, you could get a bit of understeer, or you could get a bit oversteer, or have it in the middle, whichever way you want to use your initiative with your driving style and so. But I'm just gonna go have a crack at the. Wait, is this a GR1 Bugatti? Oh no, excuse me, mate. Boss, no VGT, please. I just had to have another look. Let's see if the boss has responded. If not, I'm just going to have to boot him. So don't take it personal, Makika. So I'll give him 30 seconds to respond. No problem, mate. No problem. Just change the car. Oh, you're watching your streaming? Okay. Fair dues. Yeah, so just change the car, please. Obviously, we don't allow VGTs, Tomahawks, or Red Bull X models in the lobby. Obviously, it's any car you like, any race car you like, apart from, yeah. So, Rose, welcome along. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're well, my girl. Lovely to see you. Hope you're doing good. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? That it's just GT is fine. Back again. Frankie's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Been lurking at the background, aren't you? I'm only messing there, Frank. So, yeah. GT is fine. If it's a GR1, oh, mind you. So yeah, as long as you don't bring out a Tomahawk, a Rebel X model, or a VGT, then it's all good. Good to hear, Rose. Good to hear. Yeah, that's fine, Makika. Yeah, that's fine by any means. It's all good from my side. Well, it's a surprise for some, for sure. Which obviously there may be some that obviously to ended up being famous because of the one post. For instance, when you see a bloke from Ibiza, for example, with that with that haircut that looks like a Lego head, and then all of a sudden you see that tin strapper when he's just dancing along, minding his own business as you do, enjoying himself, and then it was all over the internet. It was all over the internet, and then said that you know what, it's a man from somewhere, and he called himself the Ibiza final boss. And from there on, he's done so many things from there on, which is crazy. So I'm out in my Formula car, channeling my inner Lewis Hamilton for a moment, in the form he's in at Ferrari. Thank you for tuning in, Grant. Thank you for tuning in, Grant. So I stream normally on Tuesday evenings, and then some parts of the other week sometimes. And of course, when it comes to well, with the World Cup also, then it's something I'm gonna have to think on as well, to be sure that it makes things convenient for those who follow that sort of stuff. By any means, I just got to be sure I just plan ahead. Do you know what I mean? So. Like next week, for instance, that the first World Cup match for England is on Wednesday, with the kickoff at 9 o'clock UK time. So therefore, I just want to be sure I allow those the opportunity to go out and watch the match if they're into football. I'm gonna say that it's on the Thursday, Rose, in case you're wondering. So I just cannot wait for the new update that's arriving on Thursday, especially the Porsche 963, the Ferrari 499, and the Peugeot 9X8, and the BMW M hybrid, MV8 hybrid. So. Looking forward to that, and obviously to have the safety car on there as well, the 911 safety car. That's going to be interesting for sure. Thank you for the compliment, Frank. And if you look at like the familiar streamers, you know, the likes of Rory Alexander, for example. He's like, how could I describe him? He's like some sort of gentleman with a down-to-earth kind of attitude and having a good time, and has everything what he wished for, especially his missus and the kids around him, which is it's more than enough, and with a humbling background. And so yeah, it's nice, like, you know, to look at some, but then even if there's some that adventures, like many adventures, many people have their own adventures, and so therefore that you just want to make most of your time enjoying your hobby just as it is, whatever entertainment you can provide as well. And I said to somebody from earlier on today, I was looking to either do some live streaming or do some commentating from their videos, and the first thing I said, and this applies to anybody who wishes to do that sort of thing, the first thing to do by any means is just don't put too much pressure on yourself. By any means, get into the flow as you go along, and then be yourself no matter what they think. And that's all I have to say, really. Yeah, go for it. Why not, Rose? There's Phoenix in the Williams Renault. And you know what? That when I've raced with him, what was it, in August 2023, in one of the daily races at the time, which were the Red Bull Ring, and I started at, what was it, P16 in a non-meta car, because the meta car at the time was the Genesis, I think it was, and now we're in the Nismo GTR, and I started in P16, and I executed a good strategy, and then I finished it in 5th place, and finished just ahead of Rory, who was behind me at the time, and therefore that I was the top non-meta car, non-Genesis car on that particular race, which obviously was to me a real highlight for me. No matter like what position you're fighting for, like as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's the most important thing to have, which is to enjoy yourself. Because if you're not enjoying yourself, there's something not right. Do you know what I mean? There's something not right. You just want to look at yourself in the mirror instead of do you know what I mean? So appreciate the compliment as well, Frank. Just gonna do a hot lap around the mountains in Australia. Oh, I just went a bit too deep and shadows in the Ferrari. What do I play on? You mean this game? Multiplayer. Multiplayer is the one. Even then, if I'm not doing any racing, then I could just I sometimes do some like side missions or even some campaign, and therefore that I just make some liveries, especially with those that's getting added to the game. I'll be doing some more of the liveries, so I'll be looking to do a stream on for those who wish to see how I do the magic with the liveries and so on. Oh, PlayStation 5 Slim, mate. I do apologise. I didn't know what you meant, but now I do. So I'm on the PlayStation 5 Slim. Although I was tempted to go for a PlayStation 5 Pro at one point, but then, is it worth it now? Or is it not? Until we get to later on this decade for when the PlayStation 6 comes out, I would imagine. Foot flat to the floor. I know what you mean, Frank. I don't blame you, Porto. Here we go. Get in there, Danny. Miracles do happen, mate. Where are they all at? And that's why Portal call me Danny Phantom the Speed Force. Oh, just a bit of understeer, braked a bit too late there. Almost hitting the wall. I like this car a lot, it's so enjoyable and more precise. Even when I'm in the Formula wheel. No worries, Ben. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope to see you again soon. Yeah, this is the thing. They don't want to do the same thing with what they've done to GT7, because why they published it out to two different platforms as of the PS4 and PS5 versions is so that they can get the sales through after a lot they've been through with COVID, with the lockdowns and so on, and like many businesses, of course, and so therefore that they're looking to be sure they don't have that same issue. And believe it or not, that this copy literally sold millions. There's many players that some that are just like started out, or some that haven't been on it for ages, some that just looking to continue to enjoy their spare time playing the game, whatever it might be. And then we wait to see what GTA has to offer, which obviously that's currently in the development works behind the scenes. So it'll be interesting to see what platform, what GTA has to offer also. Beckus is in. Welcome along, Beckus. I'm not sure what was that, but I do apologise. So the amount of cars, how you get the amount of cars, you just like buy many of them, and there's so many cars to buy. Where you could get them from the Brand Central or the used car dealership or legendary cars. And then legendary cars, they're just like a pop-up, well, like every so often. And then in order to make good money out as well, then obviously, like I've been doing some GT World Series bits, and they're still like came on with 7 million credits for doing 3 races in an exhibition series, which is like, it's like a friendly, do you know what I mean? The exhibition series is. And then obviously therefore, because I were like in the GT1, and the GT1's the top split, and it's not easy when you come across some familiar players. You can still, but not a lot. So best way to make money as well is that you could do some circuit experiences. You could do online time trials for whatever PD you throw out with the car and track and combo, and you can also do them buying and selling them bits and pieces. So it's like I've got very much everything of what I have car wise, but obviously when you get new updates and so on, then it's like never ending. Wow, too much throttle on that one. Yeah. As long as that works for you, then there's also Sardegna, the 800 pp or 900 pp, whatever that is, and then so each to their own. We'll just chill out there for a moment and yeah. It's all good, mate. I wish. And that, of course, Formula One was the first thing I loved to do when I was a kid. But then, obviously, to get there at this day and age, it's not easy when you have the finances of the financial side of things you got to go with, and enough notice and so on. And but yeah. Yeah, that's another thing as well, as Rose has mentioned out. Obviously, sometimes they also do the occasional daily race where they could just pay out 1,000 extra credits. So I did a video. What was it the other week of against a Formula One driver, Esteban Ocon, who actually plays Gran Turismo, by the way. Therefore, that you have Esteban, who obviously in real life drives a Formula One car, and then obviously plays Gran Turismo, and he raced in the game the Super Formula SF23, which then I saw some people had a go at it, and that got me tempted to see and analyze where my pace is at, along with a Formula 1 driver. So there's a video somewhere for those who like to go and have a look and find a video of myself against a Formula 1 driver and see how close can I get to a Formula 1 driver. Do you know what I mean? So it's but when you're in the real life racing car, then you're gonna have to train them to cope with such speeds at 200 mile an hour, as well as the excessive forces of 5G. It's like you got to get your neck trained up as well in order to cope with the low speed, medium speed, high speed corners, and then going through speeds at 200 mile an hour. Even when you got the straight line mode on today's generation of racing cars, and the battery boost that you have on these modern racing cars, back then, many years ago, there wasn't any overtaking assist. With the movable rear wings, the boost button, and then obviously back then where times were much simpler, and then there was not so much aerodynamic evolution until time and time again. Then things will start to evolve as they go along. So there's our friend Rose. Good to see you. Just looking at the lovely scenery over at Australia. Not sure if I could see a kangaroo down there. Probably be one running around somewhere. Shadows had a crack. A 10th behind me. In the Formula 3500A, I think it is. The one I'm in is B, which is the later, which is the newer version of the Formula car from the 90s. Let's see what Rose is in. Rose is in the Toyota. Shadow's in the 3500B. So can anybody still see okay with the sun going down? No issues from my side, so we'll just catch up to our friend Rose. Shadows on and off there as well. Just gonna do one last push lap, and then just put my feet up and chill out until the skies get darker. Well, it looks like it's the skies are getting a bit darker and all. No problem, Rose. No problem at all. Into the low 37 now. Let's go. Needed to be a little bit later on the brakes in some places. Shadow looks like he's going to go for it too. Oh, he's just binned it. Unlucky, buddy. Rose is back in. Have we got some tuning on the car? Now that's what you call a sunset there, even with the red sun. Yeah, just don't mind me. I'm just chilling here on the side of the mountains, looking at the scenery. Appreciate you joining, Beckus. Hope to see you again soon. And there's a helicopter there as well. There's Rose going by. just want to chill for a bit. I'll grab a can of Monster whilst everyone is doing what they're doing, so I'll be back in 2 secs. It had to be a white monster I had to grab hold of. Cheers, people. And there's somebody, I could hear the super farm there at the background. Let's see what's happening there in other streamers, see who's live and whatnot. There's Carl's there, Indian Stig, Farouk, Unfazed B, Tom the Rookie. Can hear the helicopter going by. Oh, it's flying down that way. Okie dokie. And the Yields just tuned in live as well. Yield 2D, number 1. Just saw the notification coming through. So, if I'd had one person just standing alongside me or sitting next to me and looking at the lovely landscape at Australia, I'd get David Attenborough a pint of something if he still drinks, like 100-year older, bless him, and continues to discover what the current environment has to offer compared to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago. And that man's been through a lot of the environmental climate, like many of us, of course. Appreciate you joining in, Joshua. What was that? We've got next to me. Ah, there she is. There's our friend Rose. In the Nisbo. I was going to say as well, because I did notice something actually. Hence driving all these higher downforce cars. Yeah. It's it'd be interesting to see that what the hypercars have got to offer. So what was I going to say to Rose? I was just going to say, Rose. Obviously, I've noticed that. You've and it's somebody who I know. In fact, you probably might know actually. Who's done an endurance race at Le Mans, and yeah. No worries, Shadow. Thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you again. So, yeah, that's a friend who I know, Amber, if that springs into your mind. Obviously, I've known Amber for over a year. She's just like wicked as well, especially in the higher downforce cars. So, and obviously, respect to you for racing the 2 hours of Le Mans. Obviously, that. I only catch up just like little bits, whilst I'm on the go. So yeah, it's not easy, to do an endurance race. I know what it's like myself, to do an endurance race. Even when I was religiously doing it at one point, so when I was on the controller. Yeah, so as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's the main thing, and no matter the race result, and so yeah, I'll just park next to you as well. Why not? And and speaking of which, that we've got the first round of the Nations Cup, and yeah, don't want to be looking at in front of the marshals. So if you want to come over to me, Rose, and then enjoy this lovely scenery together, and yeah. So I'm just further to the left if you want to part further in. No worries if you just want to soak in every moment of this scenery at Australia. So oh no, yeah, sorry to hear, and but it's one of them, isn't it, where sometimes it can't be helped when it's like when it's set to the weather set to random, unless if it's all like preset, then it's like you just got to think of the of whatever tire compounder you're on. Therefore, that you just got to get it to stay out for as long as possible. If you've got enough fuel on board, it's like sometimes it's never easy to get it rated for some. Yeah, the podium was definitely there. So by any means that just keep doing what you're doing and keep at it, and then eventually that you'll get a result. I'm sure of that. And but yeah, that looking into looking into a Saturday as well, which of course it's a GR1 race at Le Mans in specified Group C cars. So yeah, that in specified cars where you have the Sauber Mercedes Nissan i92CP. There's also the Mazda, I think it is. Yeah, so good evening, Ian. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. In case, for those of you just joined, that well, obviously it's very much dark now. I can see only just, but this car does not have any headlights at all. But yeah, that the podium is definitely there, Rose. So just keep doing what you're doing, and then eventually that you'll get a result if things do go to plan. Well, we're not going to be lasting long anyway, because we've got a couple of minutes. So there's just myself and Rose hanging out together for a bit. So obviously there's some that are just like gonna know. So but yeah, we'll just let her do her lap, and then obviously I'm gonna close the lobby and then call it as well. Unfortunately, so. Obviously been at it since 6:30 or something like that, and I've got to crack on with whatever I need to do with the real life stuff. No worries. Obviously, I'll be live tomorrow, but then that, of course, I'll be doing the league race in the Honda Civics then. So that I'll be cracking on with that. And then for when the new updates comes up, I'll be looking to do another stream on Thursday, just purely making liveries as well on the hypercars. And then so that it gives the opportunity for those to go and have a look at how I work my magic on the Monster Energy racing vehicles for sure. So usually just went with the black at one point, and then now I'm just going to go with the and that. So definitely. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. And of course, we'll see what the Bob updates has to offer. Whether if there's one particular card that gets nerfed or buffed, then therefore that we'll see where we're at then. So, pardon me. Well, as it turns out to be, it's a car that's been used by so many people that I had to use the Audi for the Audi for one of the online time trials in this week's daily races at Intel August. So yeah, the French spaceship, as I call them, yeah, the Citroen GT race car for both GR3 and GR4. Got to get that dealt with for sure. So we'll just let Rose finish her lap, and then Yep. Ah, she's just done the handbrake turn, so... I can see only just, look how pitch black it is. So, but yeah, that's, so... I'm going to close the lobby on that one, so I just want to spare a moment to say thank you very much to those who have joined in my lobby, so... yeah, just leave a love heart. Why not? She's lovely. Bless her. Yep, so I'm going to get this lobby closed in a moment. So thank you very much for joining as well, Rose. And let's see if there's any lobbies that are happening elsewhere. So my pleasure, my girl. My pleasure. And he's back again for the third time. So well, it could be that Rose, or it could be any car. And sorry, I have to cut short as I'm about to crack on with whatever I need to do. I wish I could, but then I've got to, well, like many of us we've got bills to pay, haven't we? So to keep everything flowing, do you know what I mean? So let's see if there's any lobbies that are happening elsewhere for those who wish to keep on racing. So we've got a GR3 lobby at the Nürburgring, ART sprints in the GR2. We've got clean racing, obviously. Geordie Grumps is in there, Big Redders, the GR3 at Canada, GR3 lobby at Le Mans, Cliffy GT Pre, whatever that lobby has to offer. It was, well, it could be anything really. I could do really, but then real life comes first, don't it, Frank? And that's something, well, that many of us have to do these days. So, Focus's Rune, Buddy Boots is in there, in the GR3 lobby, Apex Dynamics. So, yeah. I think we're in for a good update for sure. So it could be possibly them vehicles, as you mentioned, Rose, that could be nerfed. Obviously, we've got Formula One with Warner leading there. All-Star Strategic lobby. So we've got our friend Stig, who's got a lobby open in the GR3s. And there's another GR4 lobby also. And then we've got a 12-hour league race, of course. So for those who are wondering what's happening in the sport mode from my side, don't forget to do the online time trial. For those who wanted to do it. So we've got days of play. I need to enter that one, to be honest. But that go-kart one, I just got like no chance. And literally, look, we've got Calster, we've got Rawiki, we've got Amber. She's wicked, by the way. We've got a few other people who've managed to get into the 1 minute 8s, and there's some in the 1 minute 7s. 2 of them, in fact. Mental, that is. Yeah, it's very much like a one-maker series when it comes to some of the daily races, and that's for sure. But yeah. No problem, Frank, and I'll catch you around sometime, and you look after yourself. So, yeah, she's like a wicked Amber, really is, and not gonna lie, Even that it's nice to see some females having a go at the game and perform to the highest level they could possibly go. So just imagine if there's like a female series, which I'm sure there may be one on the game somewhere, where you have all the ladies that will be having a go at the League Racing Championship if they're free to do so, and then it just comes to show that anybody, no matter what gender or background they're from, then that we all have the same opportunity. So there's myself. Just what is it? Where am I at? Like only a second behind wind, or maybe more, Yes. Yeah, that's the good thing for sure. That when you come across somebody familiar, and she might have heard me a little bit about me before. I obviously got to race with her in the Formula car at Catalonia when Rory Alexander was racing in that daily race, and then and we were just just smashed it. The pair of us. Even I was smashed it in the controller. So and even I got mentioned on the in Super GT's video of the Impossible Grand Prix, as he called it, the Impossible Grand Prix, and that was featured in some of the bits of Super GT's video, and one time I've donated a $5 to him as I thought, you know what, just help yourself a beer or something because you've earned it. So yeah, that's this is the thing that he's like one of the he's just like a down to earth, a nice person, Rory, and there's no other content creator like him who has everything what he has from the personal life as well as that. And of course, showcasing the true sportsmanship on and off the track, no matter what position they're fighting for, and just to create the content just as it is with this game, with so many things that happen, etc., etc. So I've only just noticed myself that I'm 218th in the world, having put in a time. So I'm just over 6 tenths behind, Wind. And there's Lewis, Killian, obviously. And there's our friend Bella. She's like wicked as well. Another wicked female racer. Not gonna lie. When you're in a world of your own and then you feel like you're just walking it, and then when you have some wicked drivers are coming in, get ready to dance. Not making my life any easier by any means. So, so I feel as though that a 30 is possible on the racing mediums, but I just need to find at least 0.206. So yeah, that's all for this week's dailies. Although I've not had a crack at this one, also the Indy circuit, because with the Indy circuit, there's hardly anywhere to pass about unless if you feel like you're a BTCC driver and you want to get your elbows out and then you just want to make your way through the field and so on. And Kez is obviously getting the most out of the Alpha, and Mamamo in the Mustang, Roiki in the G70, and there's the Toyota sports car as well from the 60s. So let's get the tickets open, shall we? So we have a 3-star roulette ticket. Let's see what we win. Okay. Some is better than nothing, I suppose. Yeah, that's the thing, innit? That's the thing. So I'm gonna click back onto this car that I'm gonna be using for tomorrow. Just look how beautiful this is. This grey colour I've gone with for the monster livery on a Civic, with a little message for our friend who's going through such a tough time, and as always, be thinking of our friend regarding a family member as well. So we're all still with you, my man, and the father as well, who races on the game. So just want to spare a moment to say thank you very much to those of you who tuned in to say hello while on the go. Thank you very much to those of you who have taken part, and yeah. When I first met Bella, I think it was, when was it? Probably in Bobby's lobby from the other time, and obviously I raced with her, or maybe like you will come across her, even if in there you do come across some people that have like alt accounts or like different continent accounts and so on, but I'm not too sure. But the best I could say from when I first met Bella, it was in a lobby, and I was having Max and Shadow as my guest in the GR3 lobby the one time, and then towards the end of my stream, and the first thing that I came across as well is a faster Colombian making an appearance, and she's just like wicked. So yeah, that she's one hell of a driver. And then looking to make an entrance and to become one of the females out there to reach into the GT World Series World Tour stages, which clearly comes to show that anything's possible. So if there's any female I know that I can think of who could make it to the World Tour, it's going to be Bella. But you never know. You never know. Somebody else might come up, but obviously it's nice to have like somebody familiar, just to give you that extra edge of it, and have that respect on and off. That's the key thing to have. And once you have that respect, then your values are set to a high standard. So therefore, you want to be sure that you just feel laid back and then be easygoing and not care what others think. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, yeah, one of a kind for sure in terms of not just as a racer, but as a person also, in terms of getting the ability, having the ability to purely enjoy the driving, as well as having the passion on something what you've put your investment and your time and effort into, and so on. But yeah. CRUKD if you're on the real. Yep, no problem. I had to obviously because I didn't even know what was going on with a friend about who I know was going through such a tough time, but hopefully that the things I could describe it. Hopefully that the family member of theirs beats cancer, which is not going to be easy. Well, depending what stage it is in it. So, but it's not good. It's not good, cancer. But yeah, by any means that just keep going and keep pushing, and don't ever give up, no matter what circumstances. Yeah, I know what you mean. Ian. So, but yeah, so what's happening just to recap on what's next from my side is I'm going to be doing some league racing tomorrow in this car, and obviously be doing some livery making on Thursday in order to keep the viewers flowing with things and so on. Probably not get a chance to do some racing as much as I would have liked, but by any means, I look up at this. Well, there's something more coming up as well, especially the GR1 Group C racing cars. 12 laps at Le Mans, which is going to be cool. Whilst there is a Le Mans 24-hour race that's taking place as well. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening for the rest of this week. So other than that, that's very much it from my side. So as always, thank you very much for your support, as always, and welcome to the new subscribers to the channel as well. So just looking back on so many people to thank who tuned in to say hello: Lead Pencil, Portal, Cobrat, LFC Ben, Shadow, Ian, Frank, Alex, Deez, Rose. If there's anybody I missed out, don't worry and don't take it personal if I missed anybody out. But there's so many more people I'd like to thank who've tuned in to say hello and get to spend some time with it as well, whether it's on the track or off it. So whatever you're up to, look after yourself, stay safe, and have a great evening, great afternoon, a great morning wherever you are in the world. And from myself, Danny C, I'll see you tomorrow for the first round of the Honda Civic Touring Car Championship. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.